Hello everyone, this is John with the Pink Caravan, and I wanted to show you an idea I've had for a while and I finally tried it. Is to make a connector out of this square button, or diamond shape, the way it hangs. It's actually one of my favorite Czech buttons that we have, and I thought it would make a good earring and a good connector. And I tried different methods of different combinations, mainly using bicones. It's vintage Czech bicones, size 5mm, 4mm. And first I tried making pendants, or charms, or whatever you want to call them, which worked out somewhat good, except for when you hang them on the earring hook, they have a tendency to lean forward. It still works. And this particular one has all 5mm bicones on a head pin. So 4 5mm bicones with the shank beaded onto the head pin as well. So that's one idea. But I found it works better to have a connector, because when you have something dangling from the bottom loop, it kind of the weight kind of pulls forward the button. So anyway, here's the idea. You could use all 5mm, or you could do 4mm and then 5mm. Then bead your button 5mm, 4mm, and it's not a 4. When you make your loop, if you're not used to using bicones, the bicones very often will chip when you make a loop beside them. And if you possibly can without chipping your bicones, which I just did a little bit, you want to make that loop snug up against the bead so they're all pushed together, which is not really ever perfect, but as tight as you kind of can. And one problem with this idea is that the button spins a little bit freely. If you can get it tight, it doesn't spin as much. So that's something that might be better with a round bead instead of a bicone bead. See how much gap is there. I actually could probably redo that a little tighter. Just hold your beads down while you tighten your loop. So that's a little tighter. It's still very loose. Another thing you can think about doing is gluing your bicones to the head pin itself. So as you're beading, you want to get some glue on there. It might be hard to do without making it messy, and it might not actually work too well. And you can actually glue your shank there. Or you could try a bigger bead, like a 6mm bead. Might push against the button a little more. But regardless, you could still use it as a connector for an earring. It just might spin around sometimes. And the first one I did, I actually made a little drop on the bottom so that it hangs a little nicer, so it turned out pretty nice. I think a bigger drop, like a single bead, would probably be a better design. And I've also experimented with bigger buttons. This one in particular, I was fortunate to have the loop be able to bend between the rhinestones so that the button hangs straight as an earring. And this one just leans forward a little bit. Same button. So try out different buttons. Smaller buttons are probably easier. Tighter shank buttons probably work a little better. But try different size beads. And if it leans a little bit, it's fine. This one isn't so bad. But these buttons can be found in our store, The Pink Caravan, on eBay. So hope you liked the idea, and thanks for watching. Bye-bye.